The lady with me in studio now is pursuing a Bachelor of Education, Arts, Kiswahili and Geography, and she's also the SONU Vice Chairperson, and among other things, she's the founder and chair lady of the Kenya University's Female Student Leaders Association, also the spokesperson for the World Youth Parliament, and she's here to tell us about her girl empowerment campaign, that is Irene Kendi. Thank you so much for joining us on Morning Express. I'm told people call you Mama Yao.
Thank you very much.
Why do they call you Mama Yao?
I'm like a mother to comrades, and I was given this name while in first year. I was the first lady to become a mayor in Kikuyu campus. Yeah, and my passion to serve and fight for comrades. Being a first year, defending first years from senior students, it was not a joke, and I was a lady. So the senior students used to call me, hey, this lady is Mama Yao, the first year mother. And that name now became permanent. Up to date, they call me Mama Yao. Biologically, I'm a mother and a wife. And I'm a role model to students.
Biologically?
Yeah, biologically, I'm a mother.
Yeah. All right. You are the spokesperson for the World Youth Parliament. What is the World Youth Parliament all about?
The World Youth Parliament is an association for young people, and we are in 64 countries globally, and we advocate for youth agenda. We are the voices of the youth. We are the ones who fight for the youth, and any issues and challenges that affect youth, always there.
All right.
That is the role of the World Youth Parliament.
All right. How old are you now, and why your interest in young girls' empowerment?
26 years old, Doreen. I'm interested in serving girls and defending their rights, because when I was in high school, personally, I've been brought up by a single mother. And back in high school, I fell sick for 7 months while in Form 4. I never got a chance to study well, but thank God I passed well. The challenges that Yada went as a young girl under the hands of a single mother and from a very humble background. That's what inspires me, and that's what gives me passion to empower other girls. When I completed my Form 4, my parents, my mother couldn't raise funds to take me to university. And I went to Moa Market where I was selling potatoes to raise my school fees. I never lost hope. I kept it going, and I was patient enough for 6 years because I joined university in 2011. I never exposed myself to evils. The peer influence never got me into toes. I worked hard, I saved, and that's how I ended up in university. And today, as you see, I'm a great lady. I have that passion to serve, and because I'm young even now. And when I look at these girls, they are not exposed. They know nothing. And it's my role as a mentor and a role model to go back to the girls and share with them my experiences. I want them to know where we are from, and we want them to be where we are.
Right. When you say today's girls are not exposed, what exactly do you mean? Because I know a lot of girls out there who are exposed. So when you say some of them are not exposed, what do you mean?
I mean, Doreen, there are girls who are in high school today and primary. Their parents don't talk to them deeply as you do as young girls. Their teachers still, you see, like teachers today sleep with girls. And these girls, they are in a cocoon, whereby they say, we belong here. They don't know what is outside the world. When they come to campus, for example, there is peer influence. They come to Nairobi and meet a lot of evils that they were never aware of before. So it's our role to go back to the society, nurture them while they're still. You know, I'm a Swahili teacher. Twasema, samaki mkuja ngali mbichi. When you go back to the secondary schools and primary schools, we tell these girls after high school, this is what you are going to face. They are already in a cocoon of a high school where they are enclosed. Doreen. So when they come to the university, to the colleges, to the outside the world, they meet a lot of things that they are not even aware of.
All right. Yeah. So your campaign is about mentoring them about, you know, the evils that are in the society. What exactly is your campaign called, and who is it targeting? Is it specifically targeting the girls, or it's just targeting the youth?
It's targeting both girls and youths. Like when we went to Meru County 2 weeks ago, we visited 17 schools, high schools for girls, and also we went to some mixed schools. And we are targeting young girls. It's not about evils in the society, Doreen. We are mentoring the girls economically, politically, socially, and also academically. You know, most of the girls are in high school, Form 4s, and students who are due to do their exam on 2nd. We are talking to them about how they can utilize the little time they have to pass for the examinations. Not all students will, not all people or students will make to go to university or colleges. They can start small businesses as I did. There is Youth Fund, there is Uwezo Fund. If you see to Anno Igoro, she's doing, it's an amazing thing. She's connecting us to the youth outside. You see what she's doing. And others, we encourage them to join the technical colleges. Others, I don't want girls to go to get married at the age of 17, Doreen. Where the hell will they take these children at 17? We want them to be busy somewhere in life. We want to show them that a woman place is not the kitchen. We want to reach to the men and tell them to take care of the girls. Let this male chauvinism and misogynism end. That's the message I tend to say.
These are very disturbing terms that you're using. But then, knowing that you are one of those very important people at your university, I tend to understand. But then, what is your campaign called? And if anyone was to know about your empowerment or girl empowerment campaign, how would they refer to it as? Mentorship program for girls in high schools and youths. Yeah. So it's not under a specific theme, or you just looking into mentoring these girls and empowering them?
Yeah.
All right. Yeah. You recently scooped an award in Ghana. Yeah. What was it about?
Okay, we were in Ghana in August, and we had gone to attend a summit. And the theme was curbing terrorism insurgents in Africa. I was privileged to represent University of Nairobi since the security docket is under my office. We went to Ghana. We attended this summit, which was attended by 25 countries continentally, sorry. And I'm an aggressive lady. I know, I'm a go-getter. When we went there, my representation attracted the secretariat. The Minister for Youth and Culture was present. The ambassadors were present, because one thing that amused me in Ghana, when youth have a summit or a conference, their political leaders join them, not like in Kenya, where you go and you do your stuff alone. So being a lady and being very vocal and aggressive there, they were attracted to my representation. Those guys said they wanted profiles for various female and male student leaders from their various countries. I submitted my profile. I didn't know there was an award. What I've done so far, formation of KUFSLA, serving comrades, being the first vice chair of SONU in Israel female. I just forwarded my profile. They were pleased amongst the 100 ladies, and I was shocked to hear my name being announced as the most innovative female student leader of the year in Africa. I broke down, Doreen, because I never realized what I do. Someone would see it as an importance, because nobody has recognized it locally. And now these are continental award, and I'm very proud, and I dedicate it to the girls of this nation.
Where is the medal?
It's not a medal, actually.
It's like a plaque award?
Yeah. It's with the Vice Chancellor of University of Nairobi.
Right.
He's preparing a bash party for you. Yeah, he's an amazing guy, Professor Magoha.
What kind of pressures do the current university girls go through?
Let me tell you, Doreen, the girls undergo a lot of pressure in universities, and that is the reason why we started this association, because it's based on student leaders who are female from various universities. Doreen, when you see at first year girls, they're already now in university, they reported last week. And I thank God I'm starting the same mentorship program that I'm running in high schools to the universities. And I'll start with my university, because charity begins at home. It will kick off next week at the University of Nairobi in the 11 campuses. The girls, when they come to university, they know nothing, especially in Nairobi. I tell them all good and bad things in Nairobi.
Right. These
girls, they will be taken advantage of by the senior students, but the comrades of Nairobi are very good. They are not that type. And there is peer influence and pressure, you know that. These girls, they are too naive and too young. An example is the campus diva thing. You saw it. My girl was raped just the other day. He was raped by a hooligan who people claim is a comrade, but I don't know how sure it is because I was also of the country. I want to reach to these girls and tell them they are vultures or beasts outside there were waiting for them. Their sugar daddies, Doreen, we know these things. And I want to tell the girls the reality. Their sugar daddies outside there were waiting for them to take advantage of them sexually. Accommodation is another pressure at the universities. Not only University of Nairobi, but all universities in Kenya. There is the issue of double intake. Most of the girls are first year still. I talk about first years because they are very new, they know nothing. They lack accommodation. Some guy somewhere will call these girls to accommodate them. And when they accommodate them, that is when they expose themselves to sexual assaults. That is what the girls will do. Others will be taken to clubs. Like the freshers bash. There's a freshers bash that kicks off the first or second week of the admission.
Right.
These girls know nothing. They'll be dragged. They will be raped. They will be infected with HIV and AIDS. There will be a lot of pressure to these girls. Now I want to go to them and tell them these challenges. I've personally interacted with some who are victims already. They call me, they tell me, Mom, I've been raped. Someone has poured acid, hurled acid at me. Others will say, so my boyfriend is battering me. The boyfriends are there still who batter the students. These girls are exposed to so much pressure. And I want to reach to as many girls as possible at the university, tell them what happens, because I'm aware, as a leader, I've interacted with victims.
Right.
I'll tell them how they are supposed to take care of themselves. I want them to keep themselves busy. I don't want idle girls. You know?
So when you say keep themselves busy, what exactly can they do to be turned away from these pressures that you just mentioned?
When I was in first year, Doreen, I was a photographer. I was taking photos and I was making money. Even if it means funding these girls through SONU kit, because we have some money set aside to help these girls. I'll give even my own money for loans. They can start small businesses. I was taking photographs. I was selling panties. I was selling brassieres to the students. Let them keep themselves busy doing something. There are clubs at the university. There's politics. There are books. If you cannot venture into other things, read. Because at the end of the day, you came to university to read. Let them read. Let them do what they came to university to do. But I don't want them to tear them in the streets. I don't know, someone is sleeping with those that's bad wear. That's what you're trying to finish. And God willing, I'll really change it.
All right. You seem to be paying attention, for instance, to the schools in upcountry, outside of Nairobi city. Does this mean that the girls who come from upcountry are more naive compared to those who are living in the city? And I know that this is a very, weak question, but you need to bring out the issues in regard to the pressures that, people who come from upcountry go through when they come to Nairobi. It's almost like rural-urban migration, and then you find new pressures altogether. But is that the reason why you're paying more attention to counties outside of Nairobi? The
reason why I'm doing this, Doreen, for example, Homa Bay, it's leading in HIV infections. The same Homa Bay, that is where you see girls being impregnated by their teachers. These are naive girls in the village, I'll say. Because the urban girls, especially the girls who come from Nairobi, they have seen things happen. They are familiar with the environment and the atmosphere. But those girls who come from upcountry, they come to Nairobi and they are overwhelmed. And when they go to other towns, they want to know which club is that. Who are these handsome men there? The big vehicles, because they are just there, they know nothing. And that's why we want to reach to the rural areas. Tell girls, if you get, because my prayer is girls will not be brought up in their villages, study in their villages, get married in their villages. They need exposure, and a positive exposure. I want to talk to them so that when they go to various places, even outside the country, at the end of the day, they know we are going to face this. Yeah.
All right. Now, as we wind up, what would you like to say to all the girls out there, not just at the University of Nairobi, but across all universities in Kenya? What message of encouragement are you giving them, especially knowing your story that you started by talking about briefly, knowing what you've gone through as a student? What would you like to say to the other undergraduates or postgraduate students out there who are watching?
I would like to tell ladies, especially the young girls of this nation, we are not sexual objects. be a woman of substance, because I believe women are the backbone of every economy. Let us love each other. Let us be a woman for a woman. Let us support each woman, because I don't want to hear their ruggles among us. It pains me when I see a woman fighting another woman. Women, let's be each other's keeper. Let us love each other. Let us empower each other, uplift each other, and be there for one another.
Right. Yeah. Well, thank you so much for coming. We do appreciate the time you've taken to, come over here and tell the university students out there about the peer pressures that they need to stay away from, and also how they can deal with them. So if you are a university student, it's never that serious. If you're in university, you're there to study and graduate, by the way. So no matter what you're think you've come to Nairobi to do or to university to do, at the end of it all, study, complete your studies, and create a brighter future for yourself. I appreciate the time.
Thank you.
Yeah. And Morning Express comes to an end. Thank you all for watching, and thank you for the feedback through our SMS line. And earlier we did ask a question about working in Saudi Arabia, and also what you think about the situation that Kenyans are going through. And I'd just like to, pick out a few tweets as well, two of them possibly. And well, I'm seeing someone here is saying, you don't leave a name, but you're saying, one thing we need to realize is that when people go to Saudi Arabia, they've gone there because they don't have jobs in Kenya. And also looking at one of the SMSs here, the Saudi jobs are the greatest employer for Kenyans. Let's save it before other countries wake up and take our jobs from us. Well, there we go. And a final one here. Kenyan government should give full assistance to those who go there before entering into the house. First, go straight to the embassy and register yourself as well as your boss. And those are some of the SMSs that did come through. I can't go through all of them because of time, but thank you all for watching. Sophia Winuna will be back tomorrow. My name is Joy Doreen Bira. God bless.